Charging battery. Mic off. Mic on.
Hello. Can we hear me? This is a test. Think we're starting the stream. I could be wrong. I think I'm here. I have to wait until you all can hear me before I can say anything that's actually relevant or important about what we're doing tonight. Thank God there are actually people in the chat to tell me if they can hear me or not. That'd be really embarrassing otherwise. Good evening, Netscape navigators. Oh yes, alright. Hello, Rootown 1204. Hello, Sailor Boy 99. Hello, My Hands Are Blank. Hello, Kiriwi. I'll be getting compliments in the chat. Alright, boys and girls, friends and enemies. Tonight, we are continuing where we left off a while ago. I don't know if y'all noticed, but we have a theme tonight. Picking up off some of the excellent ideas that we had last time. Obviously, they were excellent because, as we established, there are no bad ideas. And Netscape Navigators, I have to tell you, my mind has been percolating for however long it's been since I actually last talked to y'all. But it has been, the ideas have been brewing. The ideas have been percolating within my mind. I have several established ideas, plans, schematics, and as all thanks to you all. I went into the last stream with one plan, and y'all just injected these amazing ideas into my brain, and they have just since been, what's it called when you brewing, like beer brewing, like the yeast and all that stuff, and it just turns into something good later, but it's weird, but it's still good. It becomes good. And that's what you all helped me do. Brew beer in my mind. But unlike this metaphor, I actually have a good idea as to where we should go next for this animation that we are planning. So, what ideas did we come in with last time that have been percolating? I will tell you. The biggest one, if you couldn't tell based off this, was the cringe Minecraft. So, what we're doing is, let me put this aside for a second. So, to recap, we came in last time. We knew we wanted to do a story about streaming, or at least I did. And it's my channel, so I can do whatever I want. Want to do a story about streaming, and then on top of that, we had several other ideas injected. There was a YouTuber mentioned who did urban exploration, and I think recently got held up by a machete in Mexico or something like that. Very interesting dude, but more importantly, the idea that stuck in my brain was that he actively avoids having too many subscribers, which is such a novel idea that I had never heard of someone who was going out of their way to avoid subscribers or too big of an audience. And then on top of that, we also had the concept of cringe Minecraft culture becoming big again. So, streaming be scary was the idea. Stream be scary, avoid subscribers, avoid having too big of an audience, and cringe Minecraft culture. These ideas, they were bubbling in my brain for a while now. And I've kind of got something of a story in mind. There's something here that I really, really like and I'm really, really excited about. And it's all centered around, you could guess it, a Minecraft streamer that we are going to come up with tonight. So, to give you a lowdown, what I'm thinking is, let's see. Basically, I really am entertained by the idea of a streamer who deliberately has to avoid drawing in too big of an audience because he attracts, I think he has a mysterious past of posting cringe content. I think people recognize him for his cringe material. Maybe it happened when he was young, and maybe he's a she. I don't know. We're coming up with this streamer tonight. I think the boundaries we're coming up with. This streamer has a mysterious past that may be cringe related. The streamer, I think, likes Minecraft. And that's pretty much all they're crafting. We'll change that. We'll make that a little bit more solid. Plays Minecraft. And this streamer is actively avoiding being recognized / becoming too popular. The way I'm kind of imagining that is they are deleting every now and then, similar to, I can't recall the name of the person since editing will add this in, or someone over here will add it in because they know what's going on. VGA quality camera with crappy integrated mic. For a second, Albie, I thought you were talking about me, and I got really self-conscious. I'm assuming you're not talking about me. Assume you won't do me like that. However, let me know if that is not working out so great, my audio quality. I think I'm doing okay. I don't know. I could be the bad Minecraft streamer. That is an option. If you're talking about the Minecraft streamer, this streamer could be terrible. Personally, I kind of like the idea of a streamer who is very good at what they do, very talented, very entertaining, but can't afford to draw too much attention to themselves. I'll probably be a little tired tonight, but I'm driven. I'm driven. I need to get these ideas out in front of you all. We need to keep getting this project moving. I want to do more. I want to bring this streamer. Sailor Boy. Would one consider one of many of said parody crappy, like, for example, I think they posted on RP forums. Nothing like spooky, maybe from a fandom that they're no longer part of, that they feel shame for, like Power Rangers or Yu-Gi-Oh! That could be an option. Thank you, Albie. I appreciate it. I appreciate the compliments. Feel free to keep delivering those. So, I think this is good, my hands. I like the idea of we start coming up with the backstory, you know? Where's my question marks? I want like 15 question marks here. What's happening? Give me more. Oh, it's not listening. I need more question marks. Good. Good. Okay. Backstory. We got to figure this out. However, something that's good to note, I don't know if we have to necessarily include the backstory in the finished version, right? I think that could be something that's left up to mystery, because I feel like something that's really compelling about a character is we know backstory, right? The people in the chat, you all know the backstory. I know the backstory, but we can tantalize the audience. We can tease the audience. We can give them little snippets of backstory, little clues, little ideas. I think there's lots of different things we could do with this. I think I'm very fascinated by cringe culture, and or even going beyond cringe culture. Kind of a little bit of this, a little bit of hot goth. No, wait, hot cancel culture. That's what I'm trying to say. These two kind of play a little bit hand in hand. One is like embarrassing, and one is kind of life blowing uppy. Both are things from our past, a kind of past that we don't want to escape, a past that we don't want to be a part of us, that we don't want to define us. And I'm really intrigued by the idea of a person who still puts themselves out there, but they have this kind of, history on the internet that people recognize them for, that they don't want to be defined by, but are still pursuing the internet for some reason. So I'm going to throw another thing up here that's, I think, important to me. I don't know if it necessarily has to be part of the story, but they're driven to still connect with people. I feel like that's one of the few reasons, and correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I feel like that would be, for me personally, if I was on the internet after being humiliated or having a really embarrassing time, to the point where random people on the internet could recognize me and associate me with my embarrassing past, it would take a lot for me to still be putting myself out there. I'd have to be really driven to post online and really driven to still be streaming Minecraft. Because that is ultimately what we're doing, and that's maybe something else we need to find out. Why do they like Minecraft so much? Okay, bouncing back to chat. Tumblr ask blogs are always things I viewed as something in a cringe tier. We don't know what the blog was, but maybe it started to get big and someone from IRL started to realize it was them. That's why they're scared of being found out. Like, what would happen if their friends realized they were a Minecraft YouTuber? That's pretty good. Maybe they have some sort of IRL problem or obstacle that stops them from enjoying Minecraft. So it could just be that they really enjoy it, but they maybe are someone in real life that they can't let people find out about. Like maybe they're a celebrity or a politician or some famous person that they can't let anyone else know they like Minecraft because they're embarrassed by the Minecraft itself. That could be it. Betos, I don't know what this means. Oh, hold on. Younger people definitely say some sus stuff they grow out of later on after maturing. So this cancel culture element is very good. Oh no, is Minecraft Auschwitz actually a thing? See, this is good though. This is what I want to get into. I'm scared because I'm worried this is actually a thing, and I believe it's actually a thing. But we're gonna have to dip into Minecraft culture tonight, navigators. We're gonna have to find out. There we go. These are the question marks that we need. If you can't tell, I have a tablet tonight. Now I can actually draw things like this. Show you how good of an artist I am now. Before, I was limited by my mouse, but now the only thing binding me is my imagination. Okay. So, we, in an effort to better understand Minecraft culture, so that we may better represent this internet society, because it is a society at this point. It's huge. There's so much Minecraft out there that you could probably get lost in just one tiny little corner speck of the entire culture. But you don't have to do that. That's kind of the beauty of writing fiction, coming up with stories, is that we don't necessarily have to, define the entire iceberg, right? So when you're writing stories, you have this inclination that you want to have all this depth and all this substance to your story. And that as soon as people look beneath the surface, they'll see all this work and research you've done that is the bottom half of the iceberg. But really all you need to do is do a great job on just the tip of the iceberg. Let people see themselves and project the rest of the iceberg. If I'm losing you, let me know in the chat. But really all we need to do is we need to do enough research into Minecraft culture so we can do it right. Because, well, let me start with, I've played Minecraft a long time ago, and I haven't played it a lot since then. And there are people who have put lots of hours, we could say, into Minecraft. And the culture around this game has evolved. It is massive. It's huge. It's bottomless. It is an iceberg that just goes on forever and ever. The Minecraft iceberg is actually probably like this deep. So we need to do at least a little bit of research, I feel, to make me feel better about telling a story about Minecraft Let's Players. Or streamers, in this case. Bouncing back to chat. Oh yeah, what if it's an older generation, like a boomer that discovered streaming and started to enjoy it, but now they're afraid if their peers find out? That's interesting. I do know there is an older crowd of people who do enjoy Minecraft. I've heard it's like the model trains of video games, and that people can get really, really invested in it. I know that, personally speaking, I played survival, I think it was called survival mode for Minecraft, and I got lost in it for a while, to the point where I think I lost an entire summer of my life just building my own little personal island and getting exactly as I wanted to without even touching the online mode or playing with other people. So there's definitely I could definitely see, some boomers getting quite good at the game. They could perhaps be like quite a few people on YouTube who suddenly disappeared. Some of them want to distance themselves from stuff like YouTube hoops or YouTube MVs or memes, fads, mashups they made. How can cringe kids use Minecraft to make some edgy, cancel-worthy jokes? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff, Betos. I think here's the idea. So maybe we hint at what the background is. We can tantalize the audience. We can bring snippets in. And maybe we combine a little bit of all of this. Right? Maybe part of it is they've said things they're embarrassed by. They've said something. How about that? Let's narrow it down to a single event. Let's say it became a meme. This moment, this embarrassing moment, and now they're scared that this meme will breach into real life, perhaps? It's pretty good. I like this idea. Another thing I'm thinking, what if they're alpha beta era Minecraft YouTuber, like old days? That's like what, like 10 years ago? But then left the space. Then when they came back to full on Minecraft, people start to recognize things. Buildings they're making look similar to old ones from the old channel. The way they talk matches speech patterns from the old channel, despite the voice being slightly different. Okay, I like that a lot. Their build style is recognizable. An iconic build style. See, I don't know enough about Minecraft to know what that might look like or how they might stand out. But I think we could probably play around with it in the animation a little bit. We could just reference it. We could talk about it. Some people tend to play Minecraft in more unconventional ways nowadays, which is more entertaining for viewers, or create stuff that hasn't been done before. Yeah, maybe we should just jump in and start looking at random, because the idea is like, usually I tell these from the perspective of me as a narrator, and I'm thinking what we're going to just be doing is I'm just going to be jumping in and watching. The story is just me jumping in and looking at some Minecraft streamers for whatever reason. So what if we just went ahead and did that right now? I just go to YouTube and type in Minecraft. What will happen? I'm sure it's going to bring up a lot of people if my computer ever catches up. I'm sure it's going to bring up a lot of people that are probably pretty famous. I'll let that load. I'm very curious to see what happens. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bam. That's it. That's all we need. So, I mean, going back to what Beto said here, how can cringe kids use Minecraft to make some edgy cancel-worthy jokes? Dude, I'm sure there is plenty of stuff people have done. I remember that one time I sat in a class for, I want to say, third graders who were playing Minecraft with each other, and it was a substitute teacher situation, and the kids were just going crazy, and it was like, and crazy in the sense that they weren't like, you know, wilding out in the classroom, destroying things. They're going crazy in game. Basically, they turned it into Lord of the Flies, and several of them had accessed the console commands to the game, turned on God mode for a select group of individuals, all for the purpose of completely destroying the life of one particular kid and just torturing him. And the substitute teacher didn't really know how to stop that from happening besides shutting the whole thing down. So I can imagine kids can get up to some pretty messed up things within Minecraft. I don't think that's going to be a problem whatsoever in terms of, can kids do messed up things in Minecraft that they will regret later on. Oh, hey, Dream. Maybe we should talk about him too. Let's see. Minecraft live stream or live brings up something. What if they joined a server and destroyed another Minecrafter's build that they had worked for ages on? Interesting. So maybe their shame is Minecraft related, like they did something taboo within the crafters' world that they shouldn't have done. Destroying a precious piece of art. The block art? Is there a term for priceless? So is it like maybe they destroyed like a Mona Lisa of Minecraft? And they're maybe they're struggling to get as good as that person so they can try and make up for the crime they committed. That could be good. He wears a mask with a smile on it for hours at a time. A criminal past. Yes. Michael, I think you're talking about Dream. I don't know much about the man, except for the fact that he cheated, but he didn't cheat. Frost Eagle pixel art is voxel art might be a better term because it is blocks, and I do know voxel art is like cube based as opposed to square based. I don't know. Block art, cube art, voxel art. I don't know what they're calling it. Map art. All right, perfect. All right, Michael, are you a current ongoing Minecrafter person? Because I'm looking for people like you tonight because I don't know much, or I don't know enough as much as I'd like to know. So going back to my iceberg metaphor over here, that's really well drawn. I need to, for this story where we are inventing a Minecraft streamer, I need to know just enough about Minecraft where I can kind of suggest the idea that this is a legitimate, big, talented, or not talented, maybe troubled Minecraft artist or streamer. I don't know. I like the idea that he's hounded by his past. We haven't quite decided exactly what that is yet. Map art. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Swap that out. Good to know. There are griefers who join servers and cheat and erase everything in the world for fun. I do recall that. That was around back when I was playing. Maybe he has a past as a griefer. That's something else. If anybody in chat knows of a... I keep saying he, but I honestly don't know. Maybe are there popular female women lady crafters out there? Hey, okay, so this is what we're looking for. Oh wait. Alright, now let's try this. Should create backups or something if possible. That's true. I feel like if you're a good map artist, you would have backups of a map and you wouldn't have to worry about somebody coming in and wrecking everything. His past can be grooming a miner in the past. That is a touchy subject. There are people, right? That is a thing I've seen on Twitter and various other places, creators who in the past did that. And the trouble is that that's really scummy behavior. I kind of imagine this person as...
ये कुछ भी है भाई, इतनी उड़ी नहीं जा सकती.
Here we go.
हेलो, आर यू इंडियन स्ट्रीमर? यस ड्रीम भाई, आपका स्वागत है. ड्रीमर द बॉय. आई एम द इंडियन स्ट्रीमर. आपका स्वागत है. आप नए यार पसंद आते जरूर सब्सक्राइब करना इंडियन स्ट्रीमर को.
लोड करने होते हैं.
Alright. This is it.
ए देख भाई, इतने बड़े भाई, सीधा बाहर. रुको.
Whoa. Is that Dream?
हैशटैग क्या बोला था तूने?
Is that actually Dream?
हैशटैग लॉबी.
That'd be hilarious if the first chat we popped into is actually...
भाई आईपी. अरे डिस्कॉर्ड पे ब्रो, हमारे डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करो. डिमन ट्रियो. आई कैन अंडर अ फ्यू वर्ड्स ऑफ योर बिकॉज आई रियली नाउ नो हिंदी.
Okay, speaking Hindi. I know you're fake, Dream. I don't care. Everyone says that. I guess there's no real way to confirm
आपको
that
नहीं
it's Dream.
समझा सर जी?
It's funny how we were just talking about them and then
वैसे आपका
there is
कंट्री
even
कौन सा है मुझे बताओ पहले. विच
Okay.
कंट्री? यार मेरी
Not really sure what I came here expecting, but I guess I'm just curious what a typical Minecraft streamer looks like. That isn't, you know, like massive. A lot of these look like they're not live streams, they're just people who were live streaming at the time. Let's look for. Wow, YouTube is really not doing a good job of separating into their live stuff. Alright, jumping back in. I followed the history of some Minecraft servers for a few months. That's very interesting. I'd love to know about Minecraft server history. Perhaps they could have been playing Minecraft for so long they don't play vanilla Minecraft as much anymore. Okay. You might need... Puffy, if you could elaborate on that a little bit, I'd be curious. So the difference... So the idea would be that they don't know about what... Like, they've gone too deep into the other side of non-vanilla Minecraft, and they don't know what it's like on the other side anymore. I remember years ago, I joined a server, made a build, and brought a random guy to come look at it. Turns out he was a YouTuber and was recording me showing off my build. Maybe this person was in a YouTuber's video destroying their build, and they live with the fear and have to change their online presence to avoid Minecraft backlash. I don't think that's actual Dream. I agree. Internet celebrities grooming like a meme at this point. I agree, Anastasia. That is honestly, it's like a whole topic. It could be a whole topic for a video on its own. Just the kind of like internet celebrity culture that seems to lead to that to keep happening. I think we can probably steer away from that for now. Just because the concept we're kind of chasing after is, you know, these three ideas. Streaming be scary, avoid subscribers, tries to avoid having too big of an audience, and kind of building off this idea of cringe Minecraft culture to support these other two ideas. I'd love to dip more into Minecraft culture to kind of support these other two things. But in terms of the backstory, I'm liking the idea of committing some grave Minecraft shame, because that would be a good reason why they're being persecuted and hunted by these other people who would keep finding them over and over again. Because the way I'm imagining this is that there is just this, like, person who goes online and they are a fairly talented streamer. They know what they're doing. They go online, they put up good content, very entertaining, very engaging, but every now and then, every couple days, maybe every hour or so, somebody comes in and they recognize, maybe they recognize the build style, maybe they recognize the person's voice, maybe the person says something in a specific way that leads to them going, wait a second, hold on, you're that guy. You're the guy who did the, and then we just cut to the streamer bans that person before they can say another word. And we just kind of pull the audience along this kind of line, right? We have the mystery of what is their backstory. That's like the first act. We have like a streamer who should be more popular than they are. A streamer who's very good at what they do. I don't know what makes for good Minecraft content these days. Maybe they're very talented. I think it's something we'd have to suggest, because if I'm creating all of this in animation, I can only kind of allude to the fact that this person is a very talented and good streamer. I know that Dream became popular for a couple different reasons. I followed his career path a little bit, just from how massive it is. But, hey, Stephen Lau, what's up? Okay, I'm jumping back up. Hold on, I missed a lot. There's some good ideas here. Dream's actual channel has a check mark. Perhaps his backup and secondary channels also have them. I imagine so. I think the chances of us running into actual Dream in the first chat we clicked on are pretty low. Oh, there's a cool channel that talks about Anarchy server, including anything goes. I think I've seen that. My hands are blank. I think that's like I think I might have even been to that server just to see like what it was like. Good luck on the stream, 404. Can't wait to see what comes out from this. Thanks, my hands are blank. You've been actually a huge help this evening. Thank you. Michael, he must hate or absolutely love Roblox. All aren't most popular Minecraft streamers pretty energetic, constantly with an exaggerated voice? I mean, that's where the cringe could stem from. That is a very good source of cringe, I think. That could very much be it. Yeah, you should look into FitMC. Okay. Let's look into FitMC. Is this just a good content producer, or is this the map art kind of thing? FitMC 2.02. YouTuber with a deep voice, Minecraft, and okay, so this is the historian you guys were talking about. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back and watch some of these. My internet decides to stop crapping the bed. Okay. Oh, if you're looking for cringe, make them a VTuber. See, that's the thing. There's lots of cringe out there. It's very easy to generate cringe. I think it'd be good for us to kind of stick with one of these. And maybe we don't have to decide on it now. Maybe we decide on it later. Maybe we decide on it in a different video entirely. Maybe it's in a sequel or something like that. You should switch to live chat. Some messages don't show up. I don't know how to do that. I thought I had live chat on. Let me try changing some things. Thank you though, Riz. I'll look into that. I will figure that out as soon as I'm able to figure it out, how to figure it out. I might not be able to figure it out. Anyways, I will look into that though. I'm not sure why some aren't showing up. I apologize for that. Oh, is this the button? That could very well be the button that you were referring to. Hold on. Give me a second here. Hey, guess who figured out how to be a streamer? Okay. Hopefully this makes things a little bit easier for you guys. And for me. Okay, so I think we're heading in the right direction. Maybe they broke the Minecraft website or forum when they made their account by using an improper character in the username. The thing is, it's like it has to be something that would attract a huge audience, right? It has to be something that, like, I'm thinking back to some of the really early cringe Minecon type stuff. Like, things that became a meme. It's similar to how, like, some celebrities, I'm thinking, become they become really well known for one role, one part, or like one line. Like somebody who did a commercial. Like imagine being the Jake from State Farm guy, and just everywhere you go, people recognize you, and they just quote that one like commercial at you over and over again. Like I don't even think it necessarily has to be something that's really cringe in the sense that it's humiliating. It could just be something that they want to distance themselves from because they just don't like having that be associated with them. How old is a character if they're in their early adulthood? They could have grown up with Minecraft and find comfort in Minecraft even though life might be shit. Dated wham type. Honestly, Sailor Boy, that was like the first thing I thought of. I even thought of that in the last video. I was thinking of like, what if we grew up the dedicated wham kid and made them... But the thing is like, we don't know what that kid's life is like and how that was actually impacted by that video. So... But I am thinking of that kind of like recognizability. And we could maybe make up our own meme that might be considered popular or something like that. Maybe they yelled a bunch during Minecon panel to screw with the presenters. Maybe this hypothetical streamer used to chase trends, and that's how he got popular first. I kind of like the idea that they were a streamer once upon a time, maybe, and we go back to what Riz is talking about here, how they're older now. Maybe they became popular as a kid and they regretted it because of the kind of content they made and how embarrassing it was. Like maybe they're like a child prodigy of YouTube, where they just blew up, but were kind of at an embarrassing stage in their life and became very public very quickly, to the point where now, looking back at their old content, they regret it. Kind of like that. They're an old Minecrafter, YouTuber, and like maybe they were just good enough as a kid. Child, I don't know how to describe it. Minecraft YouTube child celebrity. Is that a thing? Does that exist? I don't know how many young YouTubers are out there that grow an audience. Like there's that, what's his name? Kid who did the toy reviews, Ryan. But that was kind of his parents running the channel. I don't know. I kind of like the idea that maybe they were a prodigy. Like they were smart. They knew enough about what they liked on YouTube to make their own entertaining content, and they grew an audience, but they were also a stupid, you know, like, what? How old should we make them? 8-year-old? 10? I feel like 10 is, like, old enough to feel like you know what you're doing, but young enough to really still make a ton of bad mistakes. Alright, jump back in the chat. Anastasia says, I feel like the concept of cringe on the internet has just changed our behavior drastically worldwide. Just look at how we used to be before 2010. I think you're right. I think the internet has kind of adapted somewhat, and it is a little sad because we are a lot more careful about what we post online, I think, or at least we try to be. However, I also feel like the old repositories of where we used to go for cringe is no longer producing cringe just because people are more self-aware on those places. I have a feeling TikTok is going to be is currently producing the next generation's cringe, if that makes sense. I think there's it's a whole new treasure map. I don't know how to describe this. Oil field. I'm too tired for metaphors. Anyway, I think we just need to look for new places. I wouldn't worry about cringe disappearing. I think it's all about where young people are posting things that they will later regret, which is making me more convinced this is the right idea. With 8 to 10-year-old Minecraft prodigy who maybe made some mistakes while being a prodigy that could have been related. Maybe they were acted like a jerk. And I like the idea of them being recognized by like old fans. And they're trying to get away from that. But okay, so maybe we should move away from the backstory now, because I'm feeling pretty good about this. Let me go back in and jump over here. Okay. Could have they made a cringy fan comic or series on YouTube like Chris Chan? I think that's good, Frostigo. I think it could be something like that. Like something they did took off. And it could be that they took off ironically. Like maybe they were young enough and sincere and heartfelt enough that it crossed into that Chris Chan level of like genuinely entertaining as of how weird and offbeat it is, while still being, you know, pretty bad. Stephen Lau says, there's always that kid who made Minecraft song parodies, like the kid who made Eye of the Spider song. That is true. There are a lot of really bad Minecraft song parodies, and now it seems like there's Fortnite parodies. Maybe they did that. Maybe they did some Minecraft parodies, and they want to be taken seriously as a Minecraft YouTuber now, but are constantly being associated with that song that they did. Maybe I like the idea of a series. There's more than enough Minecraft cringe. We could probably just leave it at Minecraft cringe. And then people would be like, oh yeah, no, say no more. it could be any number of things. A cringe time bomb. Exactly, Johnny. Oh, that's perfect. Like they didn't even, it wasn't cringe for a long time. Like 10 years passed and now they're haunted by this thing. Like it's come back to get them. Cringe is used differently now too. Before it was like, ooh man, that could have been me. Yeah, I agree. I decided to look up Ditto Dated Wham Kid, supposedly from an RAMA request. He likes, or at least is a good sport about, and he recognized for that meme. It's good. That's comforting. Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing you can do. Anyway, okay. I'm calling it. I think we are in a good place with this right here. Minecraft YouTube child celebrity, when they were 8 or 10 years old, they created some cringe Minecraft material. They're now haunted by and cannot escape from. So then the question is, that I think another important question we need to ask tonight is, why are they coming back to it, right? So if this really is as bad as we've tried to construct a really cringy, embarrassing, past for this person, but why are they still driven to stream? Why are they still driven to connect with people online? Like, if the easiest way to avoid their past here, if it keeps coming up again and again, that they are just this old version of themselves, because it's the big part of the internet, right? We can choose to be whoever we want to be, as long as you're pretty careful about what you make your identity out to be. So, like, I don't put my face online because I don't know if I'm going to keep wanting to be doing this and talking like this for the rest of my life. I like being a little blue blank man because it allows me freedom to do what I want to do and be who I want to be. But if, for instance, my voice was recognizable enough from something I did in the past that people would instantly recognize me from, and like it kind of like shapes my identity moving forward, why would I still be streaming, right? Ship Minecraft Steve with Sans Undertale. You might be onto something there, Sailor Boy. I don't know. That could be good. That could be what we've been looking for this whole time. I'm gonna put that in my back pocket. We'll come back to that. All right, they're driven to still connect with people. I that might be something I have to dive into in my own time, in my own thinking. What we could do next, we've kind of gotten some good ground level stuff for the character. What motivates them? What are they afraid of? Their past, their origins. I think this is pretty good. What I kind of want to dip into now is we've got an idea of a Minecraft streamer. I kind of want to dive into what a good look, visual design. What if they lost all their friends? Sorry, Frosty Goes jumped over here. What if they lost all their friends over time and now they stream to get what little human interaction they can scrape up by streaming? That's interesting. That this is the only way they can really bond with people? Kind of like that. They're driven by trying to gain the attention of bigger streamers and to be affiliated with them. That's also interesting. So they could be a clout chaser, but they know that they couldn't get away. I feel like if they were a real clout chaser, they would probably try to ride this notoriety. But maybe they don't want to be associated with that. Maybe they want to be a cool Minecraft streamer. Maybe they want to play with the big dogs. Maybe they want to be friends with Dream or something like that. But they think that this is they have to get away from this past in order to do so. That's not bad. Minecraft, Five Nights at Freddy's. Cursed. 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 Okay. So. Okay, I'm liking these ideas. If you guys have any more ideas as to why this person would still be streaming, those are both very good ideas that I hadn't considered. And I like a lot. I might have to sit on some more. Hold on. I'm gonna write it down. Good ideas. Good ideas. Stream to make friends. Past is saying the N-word. That, I mean, that's the simplest one. That's probably pretty good. I'm gonna write that down too. They said the N-word. That's enough. That's enough to want to run away from your past. If you said the N-word in a public enough manner that people could track down very easily, that would be enough for people to want to run away from that past. They stream, try, and find fame. Maybe, yeah, they stream to become famous or befriend famous streamers. I like these two concepts because I think they give us some room to play with in terms of what the person's motivated by. Because they could be a clout chaser in the sense that they want to become famous, but why they want to become famous could be something noble, right? Like they might want to have a positive impact on the Minecraft community, and I think the best way they could do that is to become famous. But every time they try to do that, they remember that one really embarrassing Minecraft song they sang when they were 7 years old, and they can't get away from that, so that's good. Stream to make friends, that hits home in a way that someone's streaming in the middle of the night to get some ideas out, and he finds it easier to do so in front of a crowd of people rather than just by himself. That hits home. I think I could do stuff with that. Old tweets for 2008, yeah. Time to cancel every gamer from the 90s and 10s. Yeah. That's it is the gamer word. So okay, no. All right, but we're going to shift here because inventing a Minecraft streamer is only one thing. Here's the deal though. So everything I do is animated. This little man here is animated. So we go to my page, and I spell it wrong. We can see the kind of content that I create. Why did this come up? I did not click on this. There you go. Whoa! 3,000 subscribers. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Visit the Discord. I'll have to remember the link to the Discord. I'll try to type that in. You guys are new. Check out the Discord. We're always doing stuff and talking about stuff. It's very cool. This might be from out of left field, but what if they're just motivated by pure spite? I kind of like that too. So Frost, what you're suggesting is that they're saying like maybe because of their origin, they are actively striving to get away from that and to be a different person. I like that. I think I was already kind of mentally imagining that as like the reason why they were still doing. They're motivated by spite on top of something else. I think you have to be motivated by spite if you are constantly running into people who are trying to remind you of your past and you're actively trying to defy them. Spite gets mixed in somehow, I feel like. It's unavoidable. Sorry, I'm typing this in by hand because I was too lazy to pull it up on my computer. And I might be wrong. I'm going to try and get it right the first time. That's too many Z's. Isn't this exciting? XFZEYBWQ. I think that's gonna do it. Try that, y'all. If it don't work, let me know. I'll try and type it again. Okay, let's catch up. What I'm talking about is similar to how Jimmy Kimmel became famous because he shared his career with celebrities. They're driven to be by trying to gain the attention. So you're kind of like in a negative way, Mr. Egg. Is that what you're talking about? Like I'm talking about somewhere. So they're trying to get the attention of celebrities, like Minecraft celebrities, so that they could become a Minecraft celebrity themselves. That's kind of what I understood you meant, and maybe unless I'm mistranslating it. He has no talent, but became famous by writing off the success of others. See, that's a clout chaser for sure. I think I'm definitely thinking of this person in a positive light, and that might just be on me. Just in the sense that I think I, by default, admire a person who goes against the grain and is willing to fight against people who are constantly trying to bring up their past. Not that I've ever had anyone, trying to dig up my past origins and shame me for them, but I think it's something that we can all relate to, that we have some embarrassing stuff in our past. I think the active defiance of that person we used to be and trying to grow into something new that is less cringe, perhaps, I think that's admirable, and I like this person. That's why I don't want them to be like, someone who seduced a minor in the past. Like, I want them to be somewhat likable. I want the audience to root for them because I'm rooting for the person, and I think the more embarrassing and dislikable you make the person, the harder it is going to be to root for them. You're going to have kind of conflicting feelings, and you kind of, at the end of the day, you can have a character who is, in fiction, a douchebag, a horrible person, but they still need to be likable, or at least not hard to watch, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm not throwing you all off too much. Okay. So, I think we've got pretty good groundwork for who this person is. I kind of want to dip into the visuals, though. Hey, we're live. So, going back into kind of stuff that I've worked on and how I tend to make videos, I make the internet kind of visual and real so that it's kind of all a visual metaphor. So instead of, just an avatar to represent who you are, I create a full-blown character. So when I show, people on the internet fighting, I try to actually show people actually fighting. So I'm struggling a little bit because I want to do a good job of actually showing how a good visual metaphor for streaming. And that's hard because I think we all kind of picture different things. One idea I came up with was, just people gaming on a couch together. Like, that's kind of what I imagine sometimes when I see streams. It feels like I'm in the room with the people who are playing the game, even if I'm not on the couch with them. It feels like I'm experiencing the game with them. It's just a bunch of couches. Here we go. Okay, something kind of like this. So the idea, though, is, and this is one of the original images that really sprang to mind. Wow, I didn't want to shop for. Rid of soon, Google. Coming back at the chat. Maybe they really wanted to follow in the footsteps of their favorite streamer who has now stopped streaming. It's an interesting idea. They're trying to like embody what that other streamer did. What about they were friends with other streamers before they got big, but were abandoned by them after he did the big cringe? Maybe trying to track down those old friends or redeem themselves maybe amongst those friends. Would be interesting. Okay, so, but getting back to visuals. Sorry if I'm losing you guys a bit, because this is a pretty big departure. We're basically going from writing a character now to designing a character visually. Because what we're doing now is I kind of want to come up with a look for this character, which is kind of character design, which is a whole different thing than writing a character's origin. But I feel like we know enough about this guy now to start kind of coming up with what they look like. So, excuse me. But, so the idea is this is kind of environment based. I'm thinking somewhere between sitting on a couch with somebody and center stage at like an arena. Where they're just surrounded. I think we could go from like an intimate setting that's similar to, like, you know, gaming on a couch with someone, to all of a sudden his chat is just invaded by these people. Like, word spreads quickly that, oh, this cringe Minecrafter is back. And all of a sudden it's just like hundreds of people are in there. And this once intimate setting goes into basically being like a spectator sport all of a sudden, where there's one person at the middle expected to entertain everyone and everyone's expecting something, and it kind of turns ugly on them. So I'm not really sure where to go. I mean, like, maybe that's it. Maybe we just start with a small couch and then the couch blossoms into like a huge stadium. I kind of also would like to incorporate some other Minecraft visuals into it, which is kind of challenging because there is a lot of Minecraft imagery out there, but it's all kind of like squares. And as soon as something breaks out of the square look, and it's something, not everything I do is voxels, and I don't really plan on doing this entire video in voxels. I kind of have my own visual look that I enjoy working in, and it's not voxels. And the alternative is, you know, there's just a bunch of square people walking around looking very, very low poly amongst a lot of other things. And honestly, I love Steve in Minecraft. I think it's fun, but it is bizarre to see this very low poly character interacting with other high poly characters. I'd like to avoid it if possible. So where I think we could go next is, I mean, I kind of like the Dream fan art, just because it people don't tend to go for the blocky look when they're doing the guy, because he's a real dude, right? And something that I think is pretty interesting, and maybe this is actually his actual design, because I know this is based off of his avatar in game, but hold on, Sailor Boy talking about the visuals. Perhaps the visual could be similar to VR chat stream chat integration. The chat floats next to them as their in-game model does. Yeah, no, Sailor, that's actually kind of what I've done in some of my more recent videos, where I had basically people chucking their words at each other as if they're weapons. And I think that will be kind of making an appearance in this. That's definitely going to be in there. There are going to be people using their words as weapons, because that's something that I've had fun with, and I'm going to keep doing, because it's pretty cool. At least I think it is. Case in point. If this loads, and YouTube's not working too good. Turns out you can't stream and watch videos at the same time. This is an older video I made last year, but inside of it, you kind of get an idea of what I'm going for. So in this one, I took a YouTube comment section, and I kind of illustrated it. The metaphor was, it's a movie theater, and the people arguing in the comments are basically arguing right in front of the giant screen, which is the actual video. So we'd probably be doing something similar to that. jumping back in here. I imagine streaming to be appearing to be intimate on the outside, but on the inside, it's mostly one-sided interactions that feel cold and desolate. The chat vying for the streamer's attention. I'm sorry if you're feeling that way right now, Mr. Egg. I mean, here's the thing. I think, and we talked about this a little bit earlier in the previous stream, but the we're fortunate enough, and I'm fortunate enough. I used to want to be the kind of, you know, streamer who is massive, huge, popular guy, but I've come to appreciate the fact that I'm the kind of streamer slash video maker that has just enough of an audience that I feel like people are actively engaging with me, but I can also, you know, spend 2 minutes just replying to your message because it's not busy enough in here that I can take the time to appreciate your comments. So hopefully you're not feeling too cold and desolate. And that's kind of what I want to capture is kind of the more homier, cozier type of streams with less people. Since you brought up arenas, what about them not just being a streamer but a competitive player? I know that competitive Minecraft is a thing. I don't know a whole lot about it. I do think there is a competitive angle to all streaming though, because you do kind of have to fight to be the best and the most entertaining streamer, because you can't really have people watching multiple streams at the same time, so you kind of have to stand out. Yeah. Cringe, toxic XQC MC streamer. XQC is, you know, kind of cringe, kind of toxic. Good example. He's a interesting dude. Mr. Egg, your comments so far have not been bitter or pessimistic at all. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. We're enjoying having you here. Okay. VTubing as a creeper. I like this idea. So let's jump back into visual kind of ideas. Also, thank you, Sailor. I also love Granny Boomer. I'm going to come back to her. I'm going to tell her story. It's not over yet. She will return. I like Dreams fan art because it evokes feelings of Minecraft, and I think it's because of the shirt. I think it's because the shirt is creeper colored. Though it could just be me. Like, there are a couple items that you always recognize, right? So the sword, very Minecraft. You kind of have some association with it. They have the trees, the blockier trees. Minecraft bees. Like, there are just certain items, like, because everything in Minecraft, like the hearts is another good one. It's kind of Zelda feeling, but it's also very Minecraft. You just kind of have to work with certain imagery. It's hard, you know, to think of Minecraft imagery that isn't instantly just blocks, right? There are very competitive servers in Minecraft. I think Hypixel hosts quite a few of them. Okay, that's interesting. I can look into that. Maybe they are a competitive Minecraft person. Maybe they're getting raided by people. That could also be a thing. See, most of the stuff is like this when you look at fan art. But again and again, it's interesting. I wonder if it's because of the actual merchandise for Minecraft is also is usually that creeper color. I wonder if it's just that green. Like, does our character, does our Minecraft streamer have to wear green to stand out as a Minecraft person? Because, like, creeper, I'd say, is the most identifiable and unique kind of design out of all of Minecraft. I could be wrong. If anybody's Minecraft obsessed and they feel like I'm in the wrong, let me know. But, like, personally, that color, that face, I think that is the, you know, most identifiable, instantly recognizable aspects of Minecraft design. So I don't want our streamer to have to look like a creeper, but I feel like that would be the quickest way to get people to be like, oh, that's definitely a Minecraft streamer. I'd also thought about Enderman, because I don't know a lot about Enderman, but isn't Enderman like an enemy who goes where you don't see them. Like, don't they teleport behind you or something like that? I thought that'd be kind of like a fun way to play with the idea that this is a person who wants attention, but only certain kinds of attention. And then I was thinking, like, maybe we can give him like an Enderman hoodie or something like that. I think jeans also help. Reminds the viewer of Steve. Yeah, like maybe it is just the Steve, like, base form. Oh no, are these loading? Hey, there we go. Okay, so this is just a random Pinterest board I found that is Minecraft fan art. And yes, Pinterest, I know I'm signed out. Okay, so like these are, yeah, Hero, Brian, Steve, and Alex. So Alex has the same green as the zombies and the other guys. That's worth noting. One of the people in the Dream SMP. All right, Michael, thanks for stopping by, man. Thank you for all your contributions. They've been helpful. Damn it. Get out of here, Pinterest. One of the people in the Dream SMP already took that idea, being half Enderman. I might steal it back. I mean, Enderman's popular enough that you can't just, claim it, right? I guess it is Dream, whatever Dream's team is called or whatever. I don't know. I might have to take some of these ideas in my free time and come back to you all, and then I can maybe build this guy. I want to find someone who looks cool and then just make him. Catboy anime avatar. I do want them to be uniquely Minecraft. Like, I want a Minecraft person, a Minecraft fan to look at this character design that I'm going to make and just instantly be like, oh, that's a Minecraft thing. I recognize these elements that makes them Minecrafty. Like, okay, so like the pumpkin-headed snowman, like that's unique. You can see a snowman, and snowmen exist everywhere. But the pumpkin-headed snowman, that's a pretty Minecraft central thing, if I remember correctly. It's mostly the simplistic designs and reoccurring motif of squares that make Minecraft recognizable. I think you're right. I think even if I don't go with the voxels, Mr. Egg, I think I do need... Why is that? Why? Even if I don't go with the voxels, I think I do need to incorporate a lot. There's a lot of... Okay, we're gonna find a different board. I'm just now noticing how... Lewd? I didn't think it was lewd at first, but now that I've seen the context of other stuff... Okay, maybe we can go to a different board. But yeah, no, I think there's a way to incorporate squares and blocks into the design and still and give it the feel of Minecraft without going to voxels, which voxels is the term when you have like it's entirely cube-based design. And I'm not feeling great about these. Kind of interesting. See, these aren't perfect squares, but they do have that rounded, that blocky feeling. And they have the similar proportions as the actual guys, too. Maybe I could play with that. Blaze Edge Lord style. I don't know what that is. What's Blaze Edge Lord? Oh, do you just mean like the Sonic the Hedgehog OC style? Perhaps. Maybe there's a zombie. I need to look at this other Enderman character. This guy, Dream SMP. Where is it? One of the people in Dream SMP being half Enderman. I'll look that design up at some point. I am curious. 5-head idea. They only stream on Pornhub. Dude, that would be interesting. That's like a whole video on itself. I know there are people who do that, who avoid all of the nonsense that Twitch and YouTube do just by streaming on Pornhub. And actually building an audience off of that too. I'm kind of liking the idea of these proportions, because these proportions are somewhat close to the actual Minecraft characters, and that would be a pretty quick way to get people to recognize also. Frost Eagle's not a fan of the Pornhub idea thing. That Enderman Dream SMP guy goes by Ranboo, perhaps. Oh, Blaze the Mob. I don't know what that means. Let's see what this half Enderman looks like. He's spooky. So he's got like kind of a interesting. It's like a bleeding on effect. Dang, that gives the fan art community a lot to work with, doesn't it? And it's all just based off of this. That's wild. It's pretty cool. Half Enderman. Interesting. Okay. There's a Minecraft mob named Blaze. I didn't know that. Sorry, I forgot mob was a term for a Minecraft entity. Whoa, I didn't know these guys existed. They're cool though. Personally, I didn't know they existed. So that's not great in terms of recognizability. But maybe people who are dedicated Minecraft people could recognize. See, there you go. Edgy. They're pretty. I like that design though. That's pretty cool. Not this one so much, but the others. It's an interesting idea. Ranboo does have videos of him IRL, though with glasses and a mask. That's funny. A floating burning spirit with rods orbiting it. Yeah, nah, it's cool. Interesting. Yeah, I guess I hadn't considered that there's probably a huge community of people all coming up with unique identities with Minecraft. Everyone's avatar has to be pretty unique. I remember there was a lot being done, but it was also such a limited way of creating designs that there was only so much you could kind of do. I don't know. I might just be talking on my ass, though. That was so early on in the Minecraft stuff that who knows what people are looking like now. Okay. I think it's getting pretty. I think you guys are giving me enough to think about. Then I might have to. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I'd steal that. No. Ah. Anyway. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to come back and do some more research onto this stuff now that we have a better idea of exactly what's happening with our character, with our Minecraft streamer, and the kind of direction and the kind of person they are. I think I'm gonna sit on these ideas, let them percolate again, and come back with the character design, with some ideas, and then I might actually start building some assets for this thing. Might have more of a story fleshed out for y'all. Could you do a face reveal but have it just be a blank CRT monitor? I mean, I can just pull up some images of a CRT monitor and then just be like, look, I got doxxed. When we hit 2 billion, I'll just post a picture of a broken CRT monitor. 2 million something. I don't care what it is either. It could just be anything. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. I'm going to be saving this because we've got some good ideas. Because as I've said a billion times, there are no bad ideas. Despite the people who have tried to prove me wrong, we've had nothing but good ideas in this chat. Ideas Minecraft streamers chat came up with. Bam. Alright, y'all. I am going to call it. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Thank you for helping me figure out and flesh out some of this iceberg a little bit. I think we're in a pretty good place. I don't know what these circles meant. I just started drawing those while I was talking. They could be significant. We'll come back to them. Become the TV man who delivered old TVs to homes. That dude was me. Fact. Just kidding. That was actually my brother. But yeah, y'all have a good night. And I hope your travels online are safe. I hope you all learn a lot. I hope you avoid the cringe. Or I hope if you do cringe, you learn from it and you grow from it. And then you can find a way to move past that cringe. And yeah. Have a good evening, Netscape Navigators.